Okay, so this is the 2019 paper 1 question 7 on your binomial expansion, right? They tell you write down and simplify the first three terms in the expansion in ascending powers, right? So we know our a here is 2, right? And my b here is negative x over 8. Okay, so all you need to do is just apply the formula, right? 2 minus 8 x over 8 to the power of 6 is also equals to 2 to the power of 6 plus 6 choose 1, 2 to the power of 6 minus 1 is 2 to the power of 5, negative x over 8 to the power of 1 plus 6 choose 2, right? 2 to the power of 4, negative x over 8 to the power of 2, and plus dot dot dot. Okay, here we don't need to write the rest because they only want the first three terms, so we stop at the third term. Okay, 2 to the power of 6 is also 64, right? This one is 6 choose 1, which is just 6, right? Times 2 to the power of 5, we get it to be 192. 192 divided by 8, right? And here we have a negative, so we're going to change the plus to a minus, and we're going to get it to be 24x. Okay, and the last one, 6 choose 2, right? So let's press your calculator, times 2 to the power of 4, right? We get 240. 240 divided by 8 square, which is basically divided by 64. Right? So 240 divided by 64, I get my answer to be 3.75. And here I'm left with x squared. And take note it is positive because my negative, when you square it, you get positive number. Okay, and we get plus dot dot dot. This is my answer for part 1. Okay, very simple, just applying your formula. Part 2, they tell you in this expansion of this, find the sum of coefficients of x and x squared is equals to 0. Find the value of constant k. Right, so let's first write this out first. 4 plus kx plus x squared. Okay, this expansion, I'm just going to use my part A. 64 minus 24x plus 3.75x squared plus dot dot dot. Okay, they tell you that the coefficients of x and x squared, right, the sum of it. So let's first find which products actually give me x and or x squared, right? Let's see our x first. So for x terms, we have it to be 4 times negative 24. So we just get that to be 96, right? And particularly negative 96, right? So this is x coefficients. I'm just going to be looking at coefficients because it's much faster. If you cannot see just the coefficients, of course, it's perfectly fine to write the x there, also can. Okay, but for coefficients, I'm just going to be looking at the number. Okay, apart from this, I also have, kx multiplied by 64, and this is a plus, so 64 kx, I'm not going to write the x. Okay, so this is my coefficient for x. Now I need to find my coefficient for my x squared. So for coefficient of x squared, right, all I'm going to write over here is just 4 multiplied by 3.75. So 4 times 3.75, I get x squared there as well, right, because x squared is over here. And not just that, but I also have kx multiplied by negative 24, right? So minus 24, right, times kx, I'm going to get minus 24k. And we still have one more term actually, which is my x squared multiplied by 64. And this is a plus, so I'm just going to plus 64. Right? And they tell you that, okay, the sum of these two terms, right, means you add these two up together, right? I'm going to get it to be equals to 0, right? Because they add up, give me 0. And these are particularly, take note, just the coefficients. That's why I'm only looking at the coefficients over here. Okay, so this is part of your selective expansion. Make sure you know which terms you are looking for, which terms you are taking out, right? And particularly coefficients over here. Don't get mixed up. So I'm just going to add these two up together. Well, I'm just going to get it to be negative 96 plus 64 plus 4 times 3.75. I get it to be 15 minus 24k. Sorry, I missed out the k here. 64k plus 15 minus 24k plus 64 is equals to 0. Right, so simplify this. 64 minus 24, you get it to be 40k. Right, and I'm going to move all my terms on the other side. 96 minus 64 minus 15, I get it to be 17. right? And in the end, you solve for your value of k is just equals to 17/40, or in other words, just 0.425. Okay, so yeah, this is how you do the part 2. Right, make sure your selective expansion, you choose the correct terms lah. And a lot of students will write the x here and the x here, right? You need to know that you're just supposed to ignore all these terms, right? Because they're all looking just for coefficients, right? The sum of the coefficients. Okay, so if you write the x or the x square down here, make sure you know that you're supposed to just ignore it. Okay, so yeah, this is how you do question 7.